Hey guys, what's up? It's Patrick here, and today bringing you guys the next episode of my Quest to 4,000 Trophies series. So today we're sitting at 3,603 trophies. We've been hovering around 3,600 for a long time, so definitely in this episode we want to keep pushing, slowly make our way towards 3,800 trophies, and then from there we can go ahead and make our final push towards 4,000. So for the first base here, 16 trophies available, and as far as the trophy counts that I look for nowadays when I'm raiding, around 3,600 it definitely is harder to find bases with over 20 trophies available. In fact, I haven't seen a base like that in a couple of days, but I usually look for over 15 trophies. That way I know when I get a 2-star, I'm going to get at least 10 trophies, and that's what I've been searching for. And even though this base took maybe about 15 minutes to find, a lot of the other offers had only like 3 trophies or 1 trophy available, so I was definitely glad I found this one, and let's go ahead and attack and start luring out the clan castle troops. So there weren't any troops inside of the clan castle, but if you look on the bottom bar, at this point I realized I forgot my spells, and that's definitely one of the worst things you can have happen to you. I forgot my jump spell, I forgot my 2 free spells, I forgot my 2 rage spells, and that definitely doesn't spell too well for this raid. Luckily, again, he didn't have any clan castle troops, which helps me out a little bit, but I still would have been able to take care of those with my clan castle and my witch, so I'm sort of just going to have to bootstrap it for this raid and see if I can make my way to the town hall. Alright, so my troops are making their way to the center. Luckily, the giant bomb didn't take care of too many of my valuable troops. I think it took care of some of my wall breakers, but I still have some witches and wizards. And as you guys might see in the center, the Inferno Tower is going absolutely insane on all of my troops. So they made their way past that first wall, and I really didn't expect to be able to get a star against this guy's base, but luckily, again, he didn't have his clan castle troops, which helped out a little bit, as well as all of my troops went exactly where I wanted them to go. So it looks like my P.E.K.K.A are in the center, as well as my queen's going to shoot over the top, and we're going to be able to take care of that town hall, and we're going to at least get 1 star in this raid, which is exactly what I was looking for. I just didn't want to lose 28 trophies, which would have been the worst case scenario, and at this point, I sort of considered surrendering, because I was at 35%, and usually when I'm at 35% for a raid and I only have my queen left and some guys on the outside, there's pretty much no chance of getting to 50, but I sort of just let the raid run, and I was at 43%, plus I had 4 barbarians and 2 archers, so I thought maybe there was a chance of getting to 50. So I sort of switched it up. If you guys saw the last episode, I think I was bringing 6 barbarians to every battle, but this time I actually brought 4 barbarians and 2 archers, and that's actually going to save me towards the very end, because I dropped those 2 archers on the top and on the right hand side. Those are going to pick me off 2 free buildings, and that's actually going to be able to help me to get to 50%. So that barracks went down. There's only 1 more barracks on the right hand side, as well as the gold mine on the top. So those 2 archers definitely came in clutch, and those guys are actually going to turn the tide and be able to get me to 50%. So really awesome raid. I didn't expect to get 2 stars, not bringing any spells. In fact, I expected to lose, but luckily all my troops went where they wanted them to go, as well as I had the archers doing work on the outside to get me to 50%. So in total, 11 trophies, a little bit of a bonus, and that was definitely a great raid. So if I can get 10 trophies for raid, that's usually what I'm shooting for. Things are going to look pretty good, and let's go ahead and attack this next base here. And I actually found this guy after only like 30 seconds of searching, which is actually a miracle. So let's decide where we want to attack this guy's base. I brought my spells, I have all my troops, I have my king and my queen. And deciding where I can lure out his clan castle, I thought the best place to lure it from would be the top right, since it is bordering the top right wall of the center of his base. And as my balloons go in, it looks like this guy doesn't have a clan castle filled as well as he doesn't have his king or his queen. So this should be an easy 2-star. Maybe we can go for 3 stars, and let's go ahead and attack from the top right of the base. So troops are going in. I'm a little bit worried about that 1 Inferno Tower that is set on single target, because I didn't know if that was going to reach my golems or not. Luckily, they're not going to. And now I'm just going to drop my P.E.K.K.A s, my king and my queen, towards the center, and I'm just going to bulldoze my way towards the center of the base. Alright, so the single targeted Inferno Tower did lock onto that golem, but the golem already was at like 20% health, so I'm not going to bother dropping a free spell. Going to go ahead and drop my jump spell to make my troops jump over the wall, and they should be able to destroy that Inferno Tower, and now I'm just watching the one on the bottom. So usually after you've dropped all of your troops, the thing you need to look at for raids, if they have a single targeted Inferno Tower, you definitely have to worry about that and sort of look when you want to drop your free spells, as well as you definitely have to be aware of your king and queen and make sure you drop their ability power at the right time. I know I've had problems in the past where I've thought about or I forgot to actually look at the king and queen until like the very end, and I've clicked it with like half a second left, as well as I've had raids where I definitely could have gotten 2 stars, but I didn't activate the king's ability or something like that. And I actually tried to get pretty cheeky there by not dropping a free spell on that Inferno Tower and saving my king, but it did end up costing me in the end, and my king got dragged to like 10% health. So I only have my queen left doing some work on the buildings on the outside. I have some wizards and a golem, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get 3 stars from that. So let's go ahead and surrender and wrap it up for a 72% raid. So in total, 10 trophies. Again, a little bit of a bonus to help with those troop costs, and overall pretty solid raid, and that's definitely what I should expect for attacking a guy with no heroes as well as no troops inside of the clan castle. Alright, so final base here, we're attacking Ali from House of Pain, and his clan castle is going to be a little bit harder to get to. I was expecting a Tesla or something, but I guess it couldn't fit in the little crack near the cannon and the wizard tower. So as my balloons go in, they're going to lure a couple troops out of the clan castle. I'm not sure if I got all of them, but let's go ahead and take them to the top anyways, and we'll see what's left towards the very end. Sometimes if there is a witch left in the clan castle towards the very end, it can mess with the results of your raid, so I really hope there's not a witch or 2 in there. And I'm going to go ahead and drop my clan castle troops and attack from the top hand side. So the reason I attack from the top, I didn't think there would be that many giant bombs nearby, which is usually something I look for when I'm using Go Away, because I want my wizards and witches to last for a long time. And let's go ahead and attack, and I only see one little spot towards or near that mortar where a giant bomb could be hanging out. If there's a giant bomb in the center near that Inferno Tower, I'm not really too worried, as well as I did just take care of one on the outside with that golem. And let me go ahead and drop the rest of my troops, drop my witches, drop my wizards and my P.E.K.K.A.s, as well as my king and queen, and all of them are going to be funneling towards the center of the base. So I took care of the garbage buildings on the outside so my king and queen didn't get distracted, and now that all my troops are in the center, going to drop a nice rage spell to hit all of my troops at the same time. And then one more rage spell towards the center of the base, but I did actually make a mistake, and instead of dropping a free spell, I dropped a jump spell on the Inferno Tower, but luckily that didn't end up costing me too much. Alright, so for the clan castle troops, looked like there were some wizards and some archers in there. I don't see a witch right now, so that's not going to hurt me too much, and they're going to go ahead and do some work on that town hall, and that's going to get me the first star for this raid. So things are looking pretty good. We're sitting at 38%. I still have both of my heroes. My king's going to go down right now, but I still do have my queen and her ability, and let's see if she can wrap it up and get me to 50%. So shooting at the town hall, she's going to, or the clan castle, she's going to take care of that. Going to go ahead and hop over the wall right there with that failed jump spell and shoot at that elixir collector. And sitting at 45%, 46%, I still do have 1 archer left, as well as 3 of my barbarians. And I have a choice where I can just drop some of my stuff towards the end of this raid. So I thought maybe I could attack from the left, take care of this elixir pump right here, maybe the army camps. So let me go ahead and drop the rest of my troops and see if we can take care of these final couple of buildings and do it. I honestly didn't think I had a chance until I saw that golem attacking the wall right there. And luckily the golem was perfect because it distracted both of the archer towers. So we're sitting at 49%. And at the very end, my wizard will shoot down that archer tower and get us to 50%. So really solid rating today. We ended up getting 2 stars on all of those raids, 12 trophies. Let's go ahead and head back to base and see where we wrapped it up to the end of this episode. All right, so in total, we're sitting at 3,653 trophies. I think 50 trophies is pretty good for an episode, so I'm pretty happy with those results. In the next episode, we're going to go for another 50 trophies and hopefully make our way to 3,700 trophies. So even though this video was 8 minutes, it took me, I think, an hour and a half to do all of these raids while speeding up all of my troops. So it's definitely taken a lot longer to find bases. Sometimes it takes around 15 to 20 minutes, but it's only going to get worse, and we're sort of just going to have to hang in there towards the end of the series. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.